We begin top story with late breaking news.
Is it going to succeed, yes or no?
I think it's going to succeed. It's going to succeed.
Can you believe it?
Y'all did it.
KBLA Talk 1580 is about to celebrate its second anniversary on Juneteenth, and no terrible twos around here. We couldn't be more excited about all the good news we'll be announcing soon, including the launch of some new shows to keep giving you more of what you've been looking for.
Come on.
Smart radio for smart people. Hey, it's our celebration, but you get all the gifts. We'll be giving away fresh merch, swag bags, and a chance for you to join the private invitation-only, star-studded music and dance till you drop, food and drink galore second anniversary celebration. To stay in the know about the second anniversary details, download the KBLA Talk 1580 app right now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a winner. At KBLA Talk 1580, when we come forward, we're bringing everybody with us.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
Yo, I come from a small city where nothing is handed. Took my talents and made them work for me, look where I landed. I know a lot of those out there really don't want me having it. They just mad that I'm creeping on them and they had advantages. See, when my voice is on, I let my voice be the change. Put it in these communities, let it give them some range. Let them know that they got a shot at anything they want. And it ain't all about the teaching, but really how they responded. And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world don't smiley out of your media. The others tell it, but they truths have some limits. We got that food for soul, not what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. About the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it. I am unapologetically progressive in efforts to fight for the people. Gotta exercise our voting rights and then push the needle. I'm walking tall, cause I know that y'all expect me to lead. To push the message I am willing to bleed. I gotta get what I need. That's social reform, that's prison reform. I'm highly informed, don't put down a pen. I got a list, I can't resist. I preach it till I talk with a list. And who you know gon' give it to you like this? And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world don't smiley out of your media. The others tell it, but they truths have some limits. We got that food for soul, not what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. About the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it. We got a lot to talk about right here. KBLA Talk 1580. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show. The whole 9 of the nighttime, right at 9. I'll be completely honest. Right out the gate, I was dreading coming in, performing this opening monologue tonight. One of the things I hate most is getting all blubbery on this microphone whenever I broach topics that are near and dear to my heart. That's why whenever you hear me discuss my beautiful children or the cancer battle of my son Christian a decade ago, the systemic and downright inhumane struggles of African-American youth, and the recent death of my little sister, you hear me wrestle with keeping my composure with my vernacular as I work to paint an accurate picture of what I've seen in my life's journey and what I've even personally experienced recently. And tonight is another one of those topics that tugs on the heartstrings of your boy. Primarily because I know that I wouldn't be here on this microphone in LA without this person's blessing. I share this content every year around the Mother's Day holiday in honor of this wonderful angel's blessing to continue to remind her and all mothers listening that we may be grown and self-sufficient now, but we will always remember the sacrifices you mothers have made to get us to where we are today. There are a large number of African Americans who grew up in single-parent households who were blessed to be given a mom with superhuman abilities. Moms who could turn an empty cupboard into crowded cabinet space. Moms who could turn a $300 welfare check into just enough money to keep the family fed and the lights on throughout the entire month. And moms who realize that they may still love the man whose children they gave birth to, but they never allow the often misplaced emotions to supersede the job that they know needs to be done. Take care of them babies, despite him being a deadbeat. Because you see, I'm a self-proclaimed mama's boy. I am, yep, to the core. But don't get it twisted. Not the stereotypical mama's boy that still has his mom washing all his clothes every week for him, or brings her up in the midst of any conversation, or needs to get his mom's approval on every important decision in his life. However, newsflash, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Let me just let it be known, if my mama don't like you, your chances ain't too good having longevity in the Morrison family. I'm just saying. But I digress. No, I'm just a mama's boy that will spend the entire rest of his life celebrating the greatness of my mom, who overcame tremendous odds to raise all 6 of us Morrison children. I owe my entire life to my God and my mother. Her name is Wilma Morrison. Raised 6 kids alone. Welfare, food stamps, Medi-Cal, WIC, pop bottles, aluminum cans, you name it, we did it, but as a single parent. My mother will eventually go back to get her college degree and to become involved in education. She was and still is awesome. So you see, a few years ago, I was at my wit's end on what to purchase my mom for Mother's Day. Over the years, I had purchased every kitchen appliance, jewelry piece, article of clothing that one could ever imagine. However, that year, I decided to do something a little bit different. I wrote her a poem, an ode, if you will. Yeah, I wanted to share my affections in detail to let her know how grateful I was that this poverty-stricken and fatherless kid got lucky in life and hit the mommy lottery. And it made her cry like I've never seen before. We both cried hard. And tonight, with Mother's Day coming this Sunday, I'd like to share it with all of you again. I also like to dedicate it to all the devoted mothers listening tonight, and to everyone listening whose own mom can relate to the tremendous characteristics of my own mom. Happy Mother's Day to you all in advance. And this poem is called, I Haven't Forgotten. My Mother's Day dedication to my mom, Wilma Morrison, and to all the mamas everywhere. Because you see, I haven't forgotten for one second how you always held things down. After my father made a foolish choice and chose to never be around. How the finances were close to nothing and your emotions just had to be a mess. With a little money and multiple kids, you never showed us that you were stressed. I haven't forgotten how your plan of attack was to remain involved and reliable, to keep in front of our education and our eyes immersed in the Holy Bible. From family prayer to Sunday school, we were force-fed Jesus Christ. And although I hated it at the time, it molded us to learn Jesus' sacrifice. I haven't forgotten you standing outside the friendship house for food. After working all week and dealing with us kids, we knew that you weren't in the mood. You would stand in the heat and sweat for hours, or stand in the cold and freeze, just so your children could eat that night with a little welfare butter and cheese. I haven't forgotten you losing your car and never putting up much of a fuss. You would invest in a bus pass, wake up early, and we would race to catch the city bus. From department stores to convenience stores, I remember feeling so calm. And I never felt embarrassed of you because I just loved hanging out with my mom. I haven't forgotten you taking multiple jobs and raising children at the same time. Still finding time to assist with my homework and being available at the drop of a dime. When I was blessed to be given awards at school, I would wait for my name to be read aloud and look through the sea of proud parents and always see your crying face in the crowd. I haven't forgotten that you felt that you were compromising your dignity by asking for government help with food stamps, WIC, little AFDC. And although those resources are put in place to help people in your position, you saw them as temporary stepping stones that would lead to even more ambition. I haven't forgotten you never brought a carousel of men into our godly home. Even though we knew that you were lonely at times and couldn't have liked being alone. How you sacrificed your own social life and never put your needs before ours. You were a mother and father combined into one, a superwoman with superpowers. I haven't forgotten on birthdays and Christmases, we always had gifts for some reason. I would even doubt that our family could even actually partake in the holiday seasons. But you always came through. Christmas mornings were always filled with gifts, food, laughs, and cheer. 'Cause little did I know that God was in charge and our family's financier. I haven't forgotten you going back to college and achieving your college degree. Ending the government assistance, the food stamps, the WIC, and that AFDC. You overcame so much as a single mother And it was emotional watching you turn that page by seeing you live your lifelong dream of walking across that stage. Happy Mother's Day to my incredible mom, dedicating her entire life to us kids. And this poem was written to show my appreciation of exactly how much she did. I wasn't worthy then, and I'm not worthy now to have such an angel throughout my adolescence. I haven't forgotten that I love you, Mama, and it's an honor to be in your presence.
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. Yes, you are so beautiful to me. Such joy and happiness. You bring such joy and happiness. You bring just like a dream. Yeah. You're like a guiding light shining in the night. You're heaven's gift to me. Oh yeah, you are so beautiful to me. Yeah, to me. Yeah.
Your son, Danny Morrison. You are appreciated. But that's just me. Whew. I got through it, Andy. Tell me what you think, LA. I want to ask 3 things of you tonight in honor of Mother's Day on Sunday. First, I want to hear a story from you that confirmed to you that your mama was one of the strongest people you have ever known. Secondly, I want to know if you agree with me that mothers of today have it far tougher than moms did back in the day. With all due respect. Because kids ain't leaving the nest like they used to. They sticking around, okay? And lastly, women are even having children much later in life than they used to. According to the National Center for Health Statistics, the average age of first-time mothers in America is now up from 21 to 26. And this just ain't an American thing. The average age for women in other developed countries is 31. Yeah, why is that? Let's talk about it. Holla at your boy. Your voice is a change. Your voice is the community. Your voice is on. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. You can also stream us via the brand new KBLA streaming app on your app store, iOS or Android. It don't matter. That same app allows you to send me your questions and comments that I will answer live at different intervals throughout the broadcast. Plus, like, share, and follow your favorite radio station live on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at KBLA 1580. Feel free to follow me at Danny Mo Show on those same platforms too. Plus, this Danny Mo Show, as usual, will take your comments via the ecosystem of our social network. Check us out. When we come forward, I will add another special Mother's Day 7 series to add to the topic of conversation today. I've mentioned tonight that moms aren't normal, especially single mamas. You all have superpowers. I truly believe that, real talk. That's why my 7 series tonight is 7 reasons you deserve major praise for Mother's Day. And my list is simply scratching the surface. Truth is, there aren't enough words in the English language that can describe how much we all appreciate you. And I've crafted a few key reasons why, for you, on the other side. Add to the conversation with your phone calls when we come forward. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show, the Mother's Day edition on Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Let's rock. Come on.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to One United Bank for being this week's winner of KBLA's Office of the Week. Your office won lunch for 10, delivered by the original Taco Pete. Congratulations to One United Bank.
Let's get back to business, Los Angeles County. The Economic Opportunity Grant Program is now open. This program is designed to provide financial support to qualified small businesses, micro entrepreneurs, food industry businesses such as restaurants, and nonprofits in Los Angeles County. Approximately 4,600 grants of up to $2,500 will be administered to qualified micro businesses that face barriers to accessing capital resources. To learn more about the Economic Opportunity Grant Program, visit www.grants.lacounty.gov. The application process is fast and easy. Don't miss the opportunity to get back to business. This program is administered by the County of Los Angeles through its Department of Economic Opportunity and funded in part through a grant from the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. Application portal is powered by Lendistry. Visit www.grants.lacounty.gov and get back to business.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh yeah, love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingaroner, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
On April 17th, 2023, Multicultural Radio Broadcasting Licensee, LLC, licensee of station KBLA AM Santa Monica, California, 1580 kilohertz, filed an assignment of license application with the Federal Communications Commission. Members of the public wishing to view the application or obtain information about how to file comments and petitions regarding the application can visit publicfiles.fcc.gov and search in-station KBLA's online public inspection file.
Gotta stay fresh, my house shot with a rest bar.
Have you visited us online for the grand opening of KBLA.store? For the best in new merch, gift ideas, books, media, and more, log on to KBLA.store. Be sure to check out our KBLA team favorites at KBLA.store today. That's KBLA.store for all the official merch on your favorite talk radio station, KBLA Talk 1580.
Bounce is back.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, as we do on a regular basis on the Danny Mo Show, whenever a big Laker game is going on, we got breaking news yet? No breaking news yet? Okay, give me an update though. What's the score? Because we know the Golden State is at the Lakers right now, down at the Crypto as we speak. What's the score as we speak? Because man, they gotta win that game. You tied up 2-2. You in trouble.
The score is currently 96-94. With 3 minutes and 52 seconds left, the Warriors are up by 2.
Woo! Broadcast.
I was going to say, shout out to Darvin Ham by allowing playing time for Lonnie Walker.
Yeah, because he's
right
changing the game.
He's doing this thing right now.
Wow. Broadcasting live from Leimert Park, California, streaming live on the KBLA YouTube page as we speak. I'm not here to tell you how to think, but I am here to tell you what to think about. We black in a spot. Another episode of the Danny Morrison Show. KBLA Talk 1580. Once again, I'm asking my loyal Danny Mo Show YouTube watchers, hit that like button at the bottom of this live feed right now. I'd appreciate it. It's the button with the thumbs up logo on it for those that are unaware. I ask that you hit it every single hour that we are live. It gives the show better traction within the algorithm, okay? So please, for your boy, once again, got to give you props last week. You guys were off the chain last week. Over the weekend, I went through the YouTube feed, and I got to say, for the most part, you kind of dragged your heels a little bit on Wednesday. We ain't going to get into that. However, other than Wednesday, you guys were amazing. So I'm asking everybody watching. It says right now there's 20 people watching right now. I want all 20. We should have 20 likes, right? If I do the math in my head, 20 people, 20 clicks. I'm trying, unless your hands are occupied doing something else right now. 20 people, 20 clicks. And we ain't gonna talk about what your hands could be doing at 9:21 p.m. on Monday night. Well, that's a whole different conversation. I'm just hating. While you're watching the game, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I've never been there. Let me see. Stacy Morgan said, hola, everybody. Hit that like button. Exactly. Lauren Young said, hey, Danny, Justin told me to tell you that he loves your show and he turned himself in. Please say a prayer for him. He is fighting for his life and freedom. What? Real talk? Marcus Atkins said, hey, y'all. Oh, wow. Justin was in my DMs this weekend, man. For those that are avid listeners to the Danny Mo Show, Justin is the cat that called. Chicago? Where's he call from? He called from Chicago the first time. He was talking about a little drug usage on his first time on the broadcast. But then he became kind of a regular caller, and he goes off the rails sometimes, but I root for him. And I tell Andy when he calls, let's get him on, because it seems like he's working through something with his personal life, with his freedom, with his mental health as well. So I try to, a number of people that blocked him, because they say he's a little too much, but I give him space, Andy.
And you know what? You got to pat yourself on the back. Because, sometimes, I obviously screen the phone calls a lot of the times. And I had to tell him a couple times, yo, don't talk about the drug uses. Don't talk about your law situation. But he would always tell me, like, I want to speak to Danny. I want to speak to Danny. I want to chime in on the topic. And I think, just to psychoanalyze him, I just think that, you provided him like an escape. So, just pat yourself on the back for that. Unfortunately, he turned himself in. But, there's value that you have, Danny.
Man, I appreciate that. It's kind of tough to take credit for that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of goes back to when people say you're a good father. I always go, when people give you love for giving grace to people that need it in this society, I always push back on it because I go, if I'm doing my job in listening to God, because everybody can hear God's voice, but not a lot of people listen. If I'm doing my job, I'm going to give space to those that are looking for it. And Justin just randomly called one night, and he just needed somebody to talk to. So for those that are avid listeners to the show, I gave him time. And sometimes people just need somebody to listen to, man. Just need somebody to listen to them so they could say what they need to say, get it off their chest. Maybe their families abandoned them already. Maybe their friends are, locked down or unavailable at the present time. Maybe they don't have a woman in their lives or a man, And they just need somebody to talk to. And maybe just some random radio personality was the person that he wanted to talk to. And I took that very seriously. So it breaks my heart. And also kind of gives me life. The fact that he is doing what he needs to do, taking the right steps to finally grab a hold of his future. Because you can't just keep running, man. You can't. If you're out there on the lam, as they say, at some point it's going to catch up to you. Why not just bite the bullet and go, you know what? I'm going to turn myself in. And let the wheels of justice do what they do. Hopefully I get a shorter sentence and we'll move on from there. But Lauren Young, I just want to let you know, if you have access to him, tell him I'm praying for him. I've been praying for him. But I'm really happy for him finally grabbing a hold of his own personal life and doing the right thing. It looks like he's going to be better on the other side. At least that's what I'm praying for him. Marcus Atkins said, we all need someone to lean on. Real talk. Not just by the song either. I mean, we do, man. Like, quick story regarding that. I think I've told the story before that one of my best friends, I won't mention his name on it, when I was growing up, went to jail. And when he went to jail, we were joined at the hip and we were rapping all over the city. And, I considered myself to be an MC back in the day. That's why your boy's so nice today. I ain't gonna get into that right now because I don't want to make nobody feel bad. You know what I'm saying? That being said. But I felt like I had lost a limb when I lost him. Like when he became incarcerated, and my mother was worried about me. She thought I was going through a depressive state myself because he and I were, like I said, joined at the hip. We were all over town. We were rapping in shows and chasing after girls together. It's just, we were like just ride or die. You want to talk ride or die? Huh? Day ones? That was my dude, So when he went to jail, it was like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? My father wasn't around. I didn't quite have that mentor in my life. I didn't start gaining mentors in my life until like mid-adolescence, somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying? And my mother was worried about me. And I remember one time I was sitting on the fireplace. We had a little small fireplace in our home. And I was sitting there, and I was just sitting watching TV with everybody else. And I remember she leaned over, and she was looking at my face while everybody else was watching TV, and she said, "Danny, you okay?" Just like that. "Danny, you okay?" And she had never said that to me. And I started crying. On the spot. And man, that's making me misty right now. That's crazy. And sometimes, man, sometimes you just got to ask the question, like, you good? You good? Especially young people. You good? And that was when she took me over to my father. And that's a whole different conversation. That didn't go well. We won't get into that right now. But, and that's why I started to get mentors in my life. My mother recognized that I needed a male role model in my life to take me into adulthood. And so she surrounded me with the right people to make me the man that I am today. And which is why I'm giving love to my mother and all mothers out there tonight. Because we thank you guys so much. Like my mother, 6 kids, you know what I'm saying? Single mom, welfare, food stamps, the whole night. We were poor, like really poor. And to this day, I still don't know how she did it. But she was our doctor. She was our parent. She was our counselor. She was our pastor. She was our cook. She was our maid. She don't want to say that. She don't want to hear that, but she was. She was all of the above, you know? And you look back sometimes and you just go, I think a lot of you can relate to what I'm saying. Like you grew up in such poor circumstances. To this day, you still don't know how it got done. You go, how in the heck were we in the same house throughout my entire childhood, poor, dirt poor, and my father not wanting to be involved, and my mother barely scratching by? And that's because she used every community resource she possibly could to keep food on the table, to keep the lights on. You know, inside my opening monologue, I mentioned a place called the Friendship House back in my hometown. What it was a community center. I think it was every couple months, not every month. Every couple months, they give butter and cheese and rice and beans. My mother would be out there 6 a.m., man. 6 a.m. with a long line of African Americans, man. Poor. Could barely make it. And like I said in my poem, I haven't forgotten, man. I haven't forgotten. And that's why it bothers me so much when people they pigeonhole people that get on general assistance. Like anybody that's on welfare, them lazy people. Anybody that's getting food stamp, them lazy people. They just assume that everybody that's getting some form of government assistance has got to be lazy people. My mother was not a lazy person. My mother married the wrong man. Marine, had a good job in the whole 9. That man chose to leave my mom while she had 3 kids, and she invested her entire life into a man that did not return the favor. So she was left holding the bag, so to speak. And he went on and continued his own life with a new wife and new kids and the whole 9. My mother's sitting there with 6 kids trying to make it. And that's why don't ever assume if somebody is on welfare or any general assistance that they are lazy or they are bums or who do they think they are. You never know what somebody's going through. It's kind of the theme of this show that we talk about on the show all the time. You never know what somebody's going through. And that's why I give love to my moms, man. Let me see. Mimi said, "Happy Monday, everyone." Lauren Young said again, if you can, you can hear, right? Yeah, I can hear. I heard what you said. Margaret said, "I'm so blessed to have had both parents who raised me and made me into the man I am today." Hey, real talk. 2-parent homes, God bless y'all. Y'all better thank your lucky stars, for real. Mimi said, "Happy Mother's Day in advance." Lauren said, if you can, you can hear, right? If you can watch, you can like. I have no idea what's going on. Andy, what's going on? Okay, YouTube, yeah. Mimi said, "I'm so grateful for my mom and dad. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy." And King Joseph said, "What up, Danny, Mo, and Andy, and everybody in the chat? Peace and blessings." That's the theme of the show tonight. We're going to show some peace and blessings to our mamas. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, got to get a little something off my chest that I saw this weekend. We're going to do that. I got a 7 series. We have an incredible queen coming in at the top of the hour that I cannot wait to introduce you guys to. She is phenomenal. Y'all gonna trip how great she is. This is the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about right now. News and traffic. Andy, let's go.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton, and here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Mark those calendars. The Hip Hop Block Party is coming back to the National Mall. The Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture says they will be honoring 50 years of hip hop's artistry, innovation, and global transcendence in August. The event will include performances, breakdancing, and interactive games. More details are expected soon, and tickets will be available online in July. How to stop crime in D.C. That's the focus of a public safety summit this week where neighbors can share their solutions. Black Mayor Muriel Bowser believes adding more police officers will help, saying the department is facing its worst staffing shortage ever. The latest statistics show the district's crime rate is up 26% from last year, with sex abuse cases soaring 53%. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the Accident Guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? The Accident Guys can come to you almost anywhere, so you don't have to come to us. Se habla español.
KBLA Talk 1580 is in the lab right now, prepping some new shows coming your way soon. More empowerment, more inspiration, more entertainment.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jazz Urban Hour. I'm your host, Bill Banfield. We are a curated musical show that highlights contemporary cultural issues and artistry, showcasing music as a relevant and necessary arm of contemporary cultural identity.
You must learn. Welcome. I am your host, Dr. Tyrone Howard on KBLA Talk 1580, and you're listening to You Must Learn, where we talk about education as a tool for transformation. Education in our homes, in our schools, and in our communities. Education for transformation is the tagline, and we are here to talk about why we must learn.
KBLA Talk 1580 is for discerning listeners just like you. So tell all your friends you've discovered the talk station curating smart content for smart people. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got you black.
Have you faced discrimination in Los Angeles? The City of LA Civil Rights Department can help. They investigate private sector discrimination in LA City in commerce, education, employment, and housing. If you're facing discrimination, submit a complaint online for free at laisforeveryone.com. That's laisforeveryone.com or call 213-978-1845.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Lendistry. Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered in Los Angeles. Lendistry helps small business owners access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit Lendistry, LENDISTRY.com/KBLA today.
All I need is one mic.
For KBLA Talk 1580, I'm Ariva Martin with a KBLA editorial. Things are not always what they appear to be. A fundamental principle of our justice system is fairness. And fairness demands accurate and honest testimony, especially when that testimony is proffered from the U.S. government with its infinite resources and power. Accurate, honest, factual testimony appears to have been a no-show in the federal bribery trial of Mark Ridley Thomas. I followed every aspect of this case closely. And from day one, I've said the government's case was based on innuendo, speculation, and misinformation. With the latest developments, I guess I should reframe the misinformation to disinformation. The recent post-trial motions filed by Ridley Thomas's legal team revealed 3 false statements made by the prosecutor's star witness. Those documents also show that contrary to the government's claim and representations by some in the mainstream media, there was never an $8 million contract at issue, and Ridley Thomas received no benefit, monetary or otherwise, that would satisfy the elements of the crimes for which he was prosecuted and convicted. Our jury system sometimes gets it wrong, and when it does, it's up to the courts to right those wrongs, especially when a jury has been misled by a witness propped up by the prosecution. In a case of egregious misdirection like this one, it's up to the federal prosecutors to acknowledge their errors and for the media to do the same. After all, our judicial system is not based on winning at all costs, but on principles of fundamental fairness, truth, and justice. Principles that were apparently denied to Mark Ridley Thomas. For KBLA Talk 1580, I'm Ariva Martin, and we welcome your comments.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I wanna scream so loud for you, cause I'm so proud of you, and let me tell you what I'm about to do, mama. I know I act a fool, but I promise you I'm going back to school, and I appreciate what you allow for me, and I just want you to be proud. I wanna tell the whole world about a friend of mine, this little light of mine, I'm finna let it shine. I'm finna take y'all back to them better times. I'm finna talk about my mama if y'all don't mind. I was 3 years old when you and I moved to the Shy. Late December, harsh winter gave me a cold. You fixed me up something that was good for my soul. Famous homemade chicken soup, can I have another bowl? You work late nights just to keep on the lights. Mommy got the trainer wheel so I could keep on my bike. And you would give me anything in this world. Michael Jackson leather and the glove, but didn't get me on curl. And you never put no man over me. And I love you for that, mommy, can't you see? 7 years old, caught you with tears in your eyes. Cause if you're cheating, telling your lies. Then I started to cry as we knelt on the kitchen floor. I said, mommy, I'ma love you till you don't hurt no more. And when I'm older, you ain't gotta work no more. And I'ma get you that mansion that we couldn't afford. See, you're unbreakable, unmistakable, highly capable lady that's making loot, a living legend too. Just look at what heaven do. Send us an angel, and I thank you, mama. I wanna scream so loud.
You were checking out the Danny Morrison Show, your mama station, your mama favorite station, KBLA Talk 1580. Kanye West, Hey Mama. Tragic story with Kanye's mama. We ain't gonna bring down the show, but I don't want to get into that right now. But prayers to Kanye. Looks like he might be on the come up, by the way. But Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe we have some breaking news right now. We going live to DJ A Plus. Some breaking news on the Danny Mo Show, Monday night edition.
Ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls.
Oh, wait a minute.
Kings and queens.
Oh, what?
I have some special news to break to you guys.
What? Oh, we're listening. We're listening.
The Los Angeles Lakers have defeated your current NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, 104-101.
Give it up to the Los Angeles
to
Lakers.
Take a 3-1 lead.
Let's go. Let's go.
In this second round. Hey, like I said before, man, we give Steph his props, but that's where it stops.
Lakers gonna lose on Wednesday, though. Y'all know
you
that.
see what I'm saying? Come on,
You know,
Danny
I told you I've been a Laker fan longer than you.
Aw, stop.
Even though you've been here, but I've been a Laker fan longer than you.
What that mean?
It's tough to defeat the champ. On their own floor, it's gonna be tough. I hope the Lakers go in there and just smash them and understand. Don't give them life. Don't give them momentum. You gotta smash them now. But on their home court, it's gonna be tough.
Do you think that the Warriors could come back?
No.
Okay.
You have been saying 6 from jump.
I said 7.
You're going 7? You think
7.
they're going to win the next 2?
Well, I mean, I said 7 before the series started.
Oh, you said 7. Where you at now? Come on.
I'm still at 7, but I hope the Lakers handle business. Let me just go ahead and say that. I hope they prove me wrong.
I would love to be proven wrong. I stick with my 6.
Okay.
I think the Lakers going. What is it? They play every other day, right? So we talking Friday night?
I want to say Wednesday. Oh, you saying Friday? The series is going to be over with.
So I think Game 6, Crypto, Los Angeles, Lakers repping.
That'd be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and trust me, the NBA wants that too.
Of course. And that's why I said 7 games.
Yeah. Oh man, did you see the game 1 was like the highest rated second round game of all time?
It's LeBron and Steph, man.
I said, holy crap.
The two faces of the league. I mean, come on now. Did we get tired of the Cavs and Warriors for 4 years? Did we get tired of that? We did not.
Yeah.
We loved it. So.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, everybody, thank you for the update. Appreciate it. The wonderful You Are So Beautiful song that you heard at the tail end of my opening monologue, that was sent to me by a mentor and friend of mine, Abid, who used to be a person that would call in the show all the time, but he works during the show now. It's kind of tough to call in, but it was arranged and played by him. Yeah. Abid is multi-talented, man. And bomb vocals by Grandmaster Jerry Bell. Well done, Kings. It was perfect for the broadcast. He sent it to me, and I said, man, I got a Mother's Day show coming up on Monday. We're going to blaze that thing up. So, and by the way, if you guys do have songs that I love local talent, man. So if you guys know somebody that's got talent, we just might blaze it up on the broadcast. You never know. And by the way, this is the clip that I wanted to share with you all. You got that loaded up, Andy? There was a clip circulating all over Black Twitter over the weekend with the king giving what he called the Black Pop Quiz, the Mother's Day edition. And it was a queen named Canis. She took it upon herself to answer the comical game questions. And I think it's fair to say that a lot of us black people from Generation X can relate. Listen.
Is your mother black?
Sure, Liz.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Pop quiz, you know what it is. Mother's Day edition. Let's go. Who is Boo Boo the Fool?
It damn sure ain't my mama.
What's a business you need to stay out of?
A grown folks' business.
Exactly.
Name a task that if you forget, you might get in trouble when your mama get back from you.
Not taking the chicken out the freezer or cleaning the kitchen.
When you wake up in the morning hearing songs like this.
Oh, the nightmares, Jesus. We cleaning the house. It's gonna be ready for Jesus.
You already know.
Mm-hmm.
Finish the line.
Mm-hmm.
People in hell want
ice water, and you can't always get what you want.
If you were lost looking for somewhere to eat, and your mom gave you a map, where would the food be located?
We got food at the house.
Is it A, near the church? B, at the movies? Or C, we got food at home?
Bingo.
Happy Mother's Day.
I ain't gonna lie, I did that joke to my mom a long time ago, too. Because my mother was living with me for a number of years, right? So we out and about. And she was like, Danny, let's stop and get some Chinese food. I'd be like, we got food at the house, Wilma. Shh. Remember you said to me all the time? Now who's in the driver's seat? Literally, Mama, we got food at the house. Shush right now. But I got to get something on my chest. I know we're up against it here. Can we do it real quick? Because I want everybody's opinion. By the way, if you haven't clicked like on this video on YouTube, I would appreciate you doing that right now. Everybody inside the feed right now, we got 21 people watching. Get in there, boom, hit like on this video. It helps with the algorithm. I appreciate you guys that have already done that, by the way. Tonight we're going to spend the vast majority of the show giving love to the mothers in our lives, but there was a story that was bubbling within the black zeitgeist over the last few days that caught me by surprise, and I want to know what everybody thinks about it. For those unaware, do you guys know Eva Marcille? You guys know her, right? Real Housewives of Atlanta and a supermodel, one of the finest women ever in history. Okay, don't get it twisted. But her and her husband are getting a divorce after a 4-year marriage, right? And many of you know she married this successful businessman. I don't watch The Real Housewives. I've never seen an episode, but I know just the fact that, they were a pretty popular couple on one of those shows, right? And his name is Michael Sterling. And after the separation a few weeks ago, her husband was quoted in the press by saying he was going to fight for his marriage. And then a couple of weeks went by, and he kind of went back on his word and said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cooperate with the divorce proceedings. I guess his efforts weren't being taken too kindly by Eva herself. But here's where I'm scratching my head, though. Michael Sterling adopted Eva's daughter from a past relationship and raised her as his own, along with her 2 kids, right? A beautiful gesture. I know a couple of people that have done that themselves because they want to all have the same last name. I go, it's a beautiful thing when a man steps up and does that, right? But now that Eva has filed for divorce, she is demanding that he pay child support for all 3 kids plus spousal support. Yeah. All 3 kids plus spousal support. And I'm like, huh? Burr? I went Scooby-Doo when I was, burr? Really? Something about that just don't sit right with me. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and she was like, well, he adopted her, so that's his daughter. And I go, where's the biological father? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't still love baby girl, but what happened? Because by all reports, Eva is a fantastic mother and has done an exceptional job with her children. But this situation kind of goes back to the conversation we had last Thursday during our good man conversation. If a man is willing to step up to the plate in helping you raise your child that you bring into a relationship, is 4 years enough for him to be shackled with a child support order for your child? Especially if he was a good stepdad? It seems out of pocket, literally. To me, that's all I'm saying. Because I'm like, what about the child's father? I guess it's Kevin McCall, that producer. I guess he's the child's father. But he was allegedly abusive, if you go by Eva's words. And I would think that's even more reason that he should be paying a hefty amount of child support. But I just, y'all correct me in the YouTube feed or give me a call, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. I just don't think 4 years is enough for a stepdad to be handed a child support order for a child that isn't biologically his. And I'm all about love. I'm all about taking care of the chibbins. I get it. But 4 years? I don't know. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we will take your answers. We'll read some YouTube comments that are already coming in hot and heavy. And my 7 series of the night, we got a Bomb Pulse 1-on-1 coming up at the top of the hour. Dr. Destiny will be up in here. Danny Mo Show, KBLA. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Tens of thousands of families across the United States are grieving over loved ones who've taken their own lives. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by Lendistry. Story courtesy of CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. Men outnumbering women 4-1 as states across the country, including California, report alarming suicide rates each year. Among Black Americans, suicide is having a unique impact on Black men. The suicide rate for Black people in California rose by 31.1% between 2010 and 2019, a substantial increase when compared to other ethnic groups. For suicide prevention resources, visit focus.senate.ca.gov/mental health/suicide.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Lendistry. Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered in Los Angeles. Lendistry helps small business owners access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit Lendistry, LENDISTRY.com/KBLA today.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Let's get back to business, Los Angeles County. The Economic Opportunity Grant Program is now open. This program is designed to provide financial support to qualified small businesses, micro entrepreneurs, food industry businesses such as restaurants, and nonprofits in Los Angeles County. Approximately 4,600 grants of up to $2,500 will be administered to qualified micro businesses that face barriers to accessing capital resources. To learn more about the Economic Opportunity Grant Program, visit www.grants.lacounty.gov. The application process is fast and easy. Don't miss the opportunity to get back to business. This program is administered by the County of Los Angeles through its Department of Economic Opportunity and funded in part through a grant from the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. Application portal is powered by Lendistry. Visit www.grants.lacounty.gov and get back to business.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, man. Talking Eva Marcel just for a second here before we jump into the 7 series. I gave the information that came out over the weekend that Eva is looking for child support for her child, that her now estranged marriage, Mr. Sterling, is going to have to pay some child support if the court so orders. And it's a child that he adopted. They only been together like 4 years. I'm like, look, I think it's a beautiful thing if he just does it voluntarily. But I'm just like, man, 4 years? I don't know. Zell said in my DM, she said, beautiful monologue. Cheers to your mom for raising such a caring and sensitive man, especially against the odds. Great job, Danny's mom. And yay Lakers from a Clipper fan. Hashtag boo Warriors. Really? We'll take that. Mimi said the biological dad gave up his parental rights, and Michael Sterling is her dad in every way now. Okay. I didn't know that. So the biological father signed away his parental rights, and Michael Sterling took the paperwork and said, I'll take it from here. Then you might have a case. If that's the case, then you might have a case, okay? Michael Sterling stepped in to adopt the little girl. He's her father, so he will be child support for all 3 kids. Margaret said if he stepped up to take care of her child legally, then he is responsible for child support and her child legally. Joseph said, Danny Mo, it seems like it's all about the money for her. Money equals security. And he said, what is a real housewife these days? LOL. MJ Scott said, probably because he adopted the child, he's legally obligated to pay child support. If that is the case, end of conversation. Case closed, if you will. Didn't know that. If he legally adopted the child and the father signed away his parental rights, yeah. Sorry, Mr. Sterling. But be that as it may, Andy, let's jump right into the 7 series. Let's go. Come on.
One topic, 7 answers. It's time for the 7 series on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
7 reasons you deserve major praise on Mother's Day. Okay? If you want to add to the discussion, you know how we put it down for the town. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. This is for all the mamas. Mamas, baby mamas, grandmamas, stepmamas. All of them. All the mamas. Okay? Here's number 1. Against all odds. Once pregnant, the baby's father barely helped or ran away like a coward, but you still held things down alone. I've seen it multiple times, and it trips me out how strong single moms are. For real. And here's the crazy part about the situation sometimes, too. A woman will have a child by a guy that is just not qualified to be a father, right? She will still be trying to work with him through the emotions of being with him or wanting to be with him or not wanting to be with him anymore, and he's trying to get back with her, and maybe she wants to get back with him, and that whole dynamic of trying to figure out what they gonna do, and then at the same time trying to raise a child by herself because he ain't doing it. Seen it 1,000 times. Here's number 2. Plays well with others. Your child always gets along with other children and is a leader, not a follower. That's another thing. You ever been to like an awards ceremony at your child's school, and you'll see like single mamas just up there clapping for her baby because she did it by herself, and you go, that is your kid is on the honor roll. Your kid is valedictorian, and you did it all by yourself. Pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. 7 reasons you deserve major praise on Mother's Day. Here's number 3. Respect for elders, okay? Your child gives respect to those older than him or her and never tries to act grown in their presence. Seems like a thing we don't see anymore, huh? Seems like kids these days know everything, huh? They all in grown folks' business all the time, huh? But not your baby. Not your child. Your child. There was a viral video, as a matter of fact. We should have brought that up, Andy. Have you seen that? That she couldn't have been more than 4. She's in the back seat of her mom's car, and her mom is playing FNF on the radio. For those that don't know that song, it's... Look it up. I can't even say it on the radio. It is a very aggressive, vulgar song. Her mom is tilting the phone so you can see her daughter in the back seat dancing and rapping every single word to this song. You've seen that, right? It was viral all over the weekend, right? And she knew every word to the song. Probably don't know her ABCs. Knew every word. I said, that's a problem. My baby girl's 8. I ain't trying to say I'm better than anybody, but my baby girl's 8. Click. I turn that music off when I'm in the car. All that means, boom, click. Sorry. Which one? You want to listen to Teletubbies? Which one? Do they still, does Barney still have a show? What happened? Do the Teletubbies still has a weird show. 7 reasons you deserve major praise on Mother's Day. Here's number 4. Education is the key. Your child excels in the classroom and has strong study habits instilled in them, even on their own. It really is beautiful. When you see how some kids just are stronger in class than others. And by the way, at some against all odds, you know, they'll be in a single parent home. Mom will be struggling. Maybe dad is struggling too. Maybe they live in a rough neighborhood, you know. Maybe they got friends and stuff that aren't, you know, of the best character. You know what I'm saying? And they still manage to go to school every single day, listen to the teacher, get their homework done, extra credit, get straight A's in school, in the roughest of circumstances. And I go, wow, man, that is so amazing. When I see single moms putting it down like that, it is amazing to me. There's been some criticism over, you know, the black and brown communities. They always say, you know, whenever there's an award ceremony, the place is empty. But let there be a sports award ceremony. It's jam-packed with 10 family members for each person. It's not always true. Here's number 5, mama balance. You've perfected the art of working a lot of hours, yet still having time to spend time with your child nightly. I spoke about that inside my opening monologue, that my mom had 6 kids. Okay? And I got to keep it together tonight. But they shipped me outside of our rough neighborhood. Let's just put it that way. It was predominantly African American. It was a rough neighborhood, right? So they shipped me outside because they didn't have what they called, you know, mentally gifted classes. So they sent me to the white schools outside the city limits. And I would get home, and you know, I was young, and my mother was still just come right in and say, what you need, and ask me, how can I help? Tired, dealing with my idiotic father. You got 5 other children. You got to worry about food. You got to worry about the lights being on. And they're just coming in and going, what do you need, Danny? And that's just everything. You know what I'm saying? Here's number 6. No thugs allowed. Sorry, the term, but I'm using it. You're either settled down with a good man, kept multiple men away from home, and or avoided dating the wrong men that may negatively affect your child. I love women when they are picky. Like, feel free. Feel free, because I know it's got to be tough. There's women listening right now that probably ain't dated nobody in a long time. Why? Because ain't nobody on your level. And these cats come at you all the time. You probably live in a neighborhood where, what's up, go, what's up? What's up, baby? What's up, girl? What's up? Can I pull up? Can I come through? You know what I'm saying? What's up? And you're like, nah, because I can't have you around my babies. Sorry. I can't stand the father of my babies, but I sure can't have you around my babies. Can't do it. And here's number 7. God is the answer. Like you didn't see that coming, huh? You've introduced your child to the power of God. And now they have a strong sense of what he or she or what he can do in their life. He or she. For life, by the way. Because mamas, you guys are diamonds, man. God bless you for making things happen in the face of adversity. You are what's considered bomb moms. And we appreciate y'all so much. There ain't enough words in the English language I can give you that will express how much we appreciate you for holding the entire black community down. I say it multiple times on this broadcast. You guys are the backbone of the black community. Thank you so much. When we have faltered, we black men, when we've dropped the ball multiple times, you guys were right there holding things together. And even as we gravitate towards other races of women, y'all staying right there, the least likely to date outside your race, black women still sticking with us. So I just want to say thank you. God bless you. And when we come forward, I got a bomb woman I want you all to meet on the other side. My Pulse One-on-One, Dr. Shantae Destiny, inside my Pulse One-on-One, Danny Mo Show, KBLA. Happy early Mother's Day. Stay there.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton, and here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Mark those calendars. The Hip Hop Block Party is coming back to the National Mall. The Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture says they will be honoring 50 years of hip hop's artistry, innovation, and global transcendence in August. The event will include performances, breakdancing,